short video today. It's Esther, and I just got back from a walk, nice walk. I try to go for a walk every day, and it really got me in my heart today because it was so sweet outside. We have the sweetest smelling hyacinth in our backyard, in our front yard, and also through our neighborhood. And we have finches. There's such sweet music coming out of those sweet birdies. Little sweet, sweet, sweet. And much more. They have this whole sound coming out of them that just, oh, how can you not be in your heart? So I'm going to make this is just a short video today because these birds and the flowers really got me thinking. Oh, they're inspiring. It's inspiring to be out in nature, isn't it? Let me know if you think so down in the comments. Actually, it got me thinking about the policies of the Jehovah's Witnesses religion, the Watchtower, the governing body, whatever you want to call them. This rant is to examine policies, not policies per se so much, but the effects of the policies of Watchtower. So I'm also trying to get away from my notes because it's so much better to just speak from your heart. Now, these policies, rules, regulations, commands, procedures of Watchtower, is that in the heart, or is that in a book? The book of rules. This book of rules from Watchtower. Watchtower rules in this book. I have a cover on it, and there's even a watchtower on it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's one of these, you know, special order. What my point was, Watchtower's book of rules. Watchtower policies actually override the heart. They shut off the heart. And they cause folks to participate in the most evil, heinous activities, such as shunning my mother, my beloved mother. And that's just one example. And that's truly what I did when I obeyed the elder in my shunning mom video, and I'll put the link down below. When I decided to, you know, when I was ordered, let's say I was ordered to shun my mother, and I mean, it was tearing my heart apart to think I had to do that. But in the end, I obeyed the shunning order. You know, this morning I put 2 signs up in my office right by my computer here. One sign says love, and the other sign says obey. And when I look at the love sign, I feel it in my heart. When I look at the obey sign, it's got a chilling kind of feeling to it. And it's not a heart word, it's a brain word. It's a mind word, you know. So when I obeyed the elder and shunned my mom, it broke my heart. It broke open my heart. But what did I do? Instead of going into my heart for guidance, I closed my heart. And I decided that I had to obey. There are obey words too, like should. Should is my therapist pointed this out to me. If you obey, if the should word, are you in your heart? No. That's somebody else's rule, in fact. It's an obey the elders rule. You should shun your mom, for example. That's just the example I'm going to use. I couldn't love and obey at the same time because they come from two different places. Love, obey. When I obeyed, I closed my heart, and the result was terrible. For me, I got depressed, and it took several years, many, like more years. I think it was 1992, maybe. I had a breakdown from obeying the shunning rule. I had a breakdown. That could be a death sentence, because obeying rules does lead to death. It can lead to, going to your doctor for antidepressants. It can even lead to suicide. I had given up my sovereignty by turning off my heart and obeying the elders, the governing body, the Watchtower policies, the rules, the orders, the commands, whatever you want to call it. What I did was I turned my power of love over to somebody else to take my energy, and instead I was left with this obedience, this kind of obedience that I had to follow. You should follow these rules. You should follow the Bible, all those book of rule things. So I turned my power over to somebody else. What would it take to get me back in my heart? I needed to find my heart before I could even attune to it. I had to break my heart open again, as with finding myself shunned. Thankfully, I didn't crawl back to my abuser, who closed my heart in the first place, namely, this Babylonian Watchtower cult. Think about it. Watchtower rules and policies have the power to override our hearts. That's pure mind control, friends. Pure mind control. That's what obedience is. When you give your power over to a cult that calls themselves a religion. It's a fear-based religion. They want you to obey. They want you to fear. They want you kept in fear, because then you're paralyzed in that fear and you can't access your heart when your mind is filled with fear. I'm so grateful that I got out of that cult the way I did. I know I've said it before that I thank my soul for getting me out. It led me out. It eased me out in such a loving way when I went for those dance lessons. That was the first step out. Just follow my heart. If I could get into my heart again, I could be free. And that's what I did when I started dancing. It freed my heart. And that's about all I have to say for today. I'm so grateful that I have a living heart filled with love again in my life. Have a great day. If you like my video and you subscribe, that's great. If you're new here, feel free to follow along. Click the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to hear more and learn more about what I'm discovering in my life after freeing myself from the Watchtower cult. Bye for now.